Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha. So again, this is beginner Sanskrit lesson number 3, and we are looking at infant reader and learn Sanskrit by Ganes, like that, which are 2 easy texts. So let's have a look at infant reader, and let's see the 3rd lesson here, and we'll have a quick maybe we'll have a quick look at the previous lessons. Okay, so infant reader started off with telling us about the alphabet and the number system, which we know. And if you don't know Devanagari and you're watching this, then please go learn Devanagari script. That'll be that. Although it's, I have to say, there's a book called Sanskrit in 30 Lectures done by Central Sanskrit Institute in Delhi. And they also say that Devanagari it's not necessarily the most logical or the easiest script to learn, but like in a lot of ways, Tamil script is easier to learn because it doesn't have all these different conjunct consonants. Sanskrit, Devanagari has a lot of conjunct consonants. But anyhow, that's the script that everybody uses mostly for Sanskrit. If you just want to learn Sanskrit, a lot of scholars, when they want to learn a little bit about Sanskrit, if they're into linguists, if they're linguists, they don't bother learning the script. They just learn the language by using diacritics on Roman letters or English letters. So in a lot of ways, English letters or the Latin alphabet is an actual better medium, right? I know, those people who are thinking, well, Devanagari must be the best script. It's not necessarily. So, okay. We're not here really to discuss that, whether Devanagari is the best or not the best. But anyway, so this is the first lesson, Pratamaha Pataha. Here at the top, it says Pratamaha Pataha, right? The first lesson. So we had pictures of animals and things, and we had next to them, we had the names. And then we were introduced to the word this. And we weren't introduced to any verbs at all. But we made these simple sentences just by saying, this is a goat, this is an elephant, this is a girl, this is a garland, this is a pot, this is an eye. So that was our first lesson. Okay, so then we had the second lesson. The second lesson, we learned how to say not only this, but we also learned how to say that, right? So instead of just saying, I am Gajaha, I am Ajaha, right? We said, I am Vrikshaha, this is a tree, but then we said, Sa Gajaha, that is an elephant. So we know this and that, right? So these, you don't bother about what kind of pronoun the this and that is. Anyway, they're demonstrative pronouns, but anyway, so then we started to introduce verbs, right? Because we're just saying this is or that is. So we're using the verb to be, and it's inherent. It's understood to be inherent in some of these simple sentences. I am Vrikshaha, I am Sa Gajaha. Okay, so then we introduce the third person singular of the present tense, right, of the verb. And we had verbs like gachati and tishtati and palati and patati, right? So we introduced that. Gajaha gachati, the elephant goes, right? So gachati literally means he, she, or it goes. So the elephant goes. Ajaha tishtati, the goat stands. So we introduced the verb. We introduced the verb in the second thing. Now we're going to, and now we're going to look at the third, and we had actually the terminations. We got the terminations for the whole present tense. There are nine terminations for first, second, and third person, singular, dual, and plural. Both nouns and verbs in Sanskrit have a thing called dual, which maybe doesn't get used all that often, but it means when you have a pair of things or two things, right, which happens very much in nature, that you have two things, two birds, or a pair of different things, So they have special thing called dual, in both verbs and nouns, right? So here we have the present tense termination. So just as an example, with the verb gum, which is the root of the verb, to go, and then it becomes gutch, right? Before we add the ending. So we don't need to know why or how it does that. It just becomes gutch. Just understand that. Gutch. Then we add ti, taha, anti. Si, taha, ta. Mi, waha, maha, or vaha, maha, right? We add those endings and we get gacha ti, gacha taha, gachanti, gacha si, gacha taha, gacha ta, gachami, gachavaha, gachamaha. Yes, the last line has got long A before the endings. That tells us that it's Uttara Purusha, or first person. Right. So, yeah, go ahead.
In the Prashnaha, it has number 2 just above there. We have Chutaha and then Malati. And I was trying to figure out, it says Tad, so therefore it's we're talking about this, right?
No, Tad means that.
That, sorry. So but what is when it says Ga? We have Ka, Ga. I mean Ka, Ka, Ga. Okay, so we have number 2 in Ga, which is Malati.
No, so, number 3. Wait. Okay, so this is just A, B, C. If I translate this in,
I'm talking about in Ga, Kad.
Yeah, in Ga, number 2.
In the Ga section, Tad Shabdasya Rupai Vakyani.
Malati.
So Malati, so we know we have Mala, okay, which is feminine.
No, Malati probably they didn't give us in the vocabulary.
Yeah, so that's what I was.
It's a flower.
What does it actually mean? Malati is a flower.
Malati is a flower, yeah.
Okay, and it will be feminine.
Actually, yeah.
It'll be Sa Malati.
Yeah, it's feminine, Strilinga, right? So let's take it as singular. So Sa Malati, S long A, Sa Malati, yes, yeah.
Okay.
See now, look, don't expect some books. I expect more from Agenis because he's a scholar. These books, the Sanskrit Made Easy series with Infant Reader, we find there's some problems here, like they forget to give us all the vocabulary. Okay, we can guess. we can guess, even if we don't know the meaning of Malati, we can guess that it's a feminine noun. So whatever it is, maybe it's a lady's name, Malati, right? So it says that is Malati, right? So whether whether it's a name of a flower or a name of a lady, we don't know. So okay, it could be a proper noun meaning the name of a person. All right, so that's a good question. I didn't even pick up on that, so thank you for picking up on that. Let's go to the third lesson. Let's have a look at some stuff. So here we have Tritiya. Tritiya means third, right? So remember we had Pratama first, Tritiya, and now we have Tritiya. So first, second, and third. These are what we call ordinal numbers, cardinal and ordinal numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3 are cardinal numbers. First, second, third are ordinal numbers. Okay, so all right. So here we have 2 boys sitting and reading. Right, these are the students in the class, I guess. All right, so underneath we have Balao, right? Balaha, Balao, Balaha. So Balao means 2 boys. It's dual. So we're learning dual here. So then we have over here, we have 2, looks like mangoes, 2 mangoes on a mango tree, right? 2 fruits, and underneath it says Palay. So we have Palam, Palay, Palani, right? So Palay is also dual. 2 fruits. Palay means 2 fruits. These look like mangoes. It could be misshapen apples, but they're not. They're probably mangoes. Okay. So now we have Imal, balal, right? Imau, balal. So remember we had ayam. Did we have? Did we learn fully ayam?
Any full lesson, first lesson.
Here we have ayam, right? Ayam is this, right? So ayam, imau, ime. Ayam, ime, imaha. Idam, ime, imani, right? So here we have imau. And see, it says dvivachanam. Dvivachanam means it's dual. So when we say, like in English we say this is a boy, but if we want to say two boys, we have to say these are two boys. We don't say this is two boys. We say these are two boys. So in English, it's from this to these. So in Sanskrit, from ayam to imau. Okay. So here we have two boys. So imau, balal. Now we also have tau. 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 Now, first of all, probably we should look at the vocabulary. Let's have a look at the vocabulary. We've got some new vocabulary here.
Which I disagree with one of them.
Sorry?
Which I disagree with the second one, which is tau te te, and it says these two. I was thinking, if it's for that, then it should be those two. So imau, ime,
it's another good mistake that you picked up. Okay, so it'll be those two, right? So imau, ime is the masculine, feminine, and neuter dual forms of these two. Tau te te is of that. So this one means these two, and that one means those two. These two, those two. In Tamil also, they have different words for if something's close to you or if something's further away from you. So these, and those, normally it'll be these over here and those over there, right? Okay, and then remember we had that interrogative word, which or what or where or where. All the words that start questions. All the words that make questions begin with K in Sanskrit. So we have cow, K, meaning what? Means what? Okay, so now we have some other words. Gayati. Gayati means to sing. The reason why there's a P here, we don't have to worry about it right now, but it's called parasmaipada, or it's a whenever you have verbs in Sanskrit, in the dictionary, it'll have a P or an A or a U next to it. It'll say whether it's parasmaipada, amanepada, or rubaipeda. It just tells you what kind of endings to add on to the verb. Excuse me. Okay, so don't worry about that right now. So anyway, it's a verb, gayati, and usually in infant reader, the way they give you the verbs is they give you the third person singular present tense of the verb. Don't bother about any other. Don't bother about the root of the verb or the stem of the verb. Forget about that. Just take a full verb, the third person, singular present tense, gayati. So gayati actually means not just sings, or to sing, but it means he, she, or it sings, or he, she, or it is singing, right? So we've got it. That's a new verb, to sing, right? Then we have palam. Palam means fruit. It's neuter. Right? Normally, when we see something with ends in, it's stated that it ends in an M, it's actually in Sanskrit called an A ending neuter noun. But anyway, we see the nominative singular of the noun. That is palam, pale, palani. Right? So palam, or in deity worship terms, we're offering a flower, so pushpam. Right? This is also neuter. So fruit. Palam means fruit. Charanaha means leg. Can mean foot also. You know?
That's what I got.
Yeah. Well, it means leg or foot. Right. So okay. So it's a little bit imperfect, the translation here. It could mean different things. In Sanskrit, there are just like in English, sometimes we use words which are very precise, and sometimes we use words which can have more than one meaning. Okay, so charanaha means leg. Okay, masculine. They're translating it here as leg. You can say foot. Sriman Narayana Charanal. So what would charanal be?
Dvivachanam.
Yeah, the two legs or the 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I surrender to the 2 feet. We're going to talk about Dwaya mantra. Sriman Narayana Charanal. Narayana's Charanal. His 2 feet. Yeah, so now we know a little bit more about Dwaya mantra. Kanya. So we have Kanya. Kanya means a girl. Usually just means a girl. So we also had before in the previous in the first lesson we had Bala. Bala. B-A-L long A. The long A shows us that it's feminine. It's a girl. So Bala. Bala means a girl. Bala means a boy. Right? So just difference between long A and short A.
You cut off there a minute. I have Bal as girl, but is it what? Bal is boy. Bal.
Bala. Bala.
Yeah, Bala and then Bala.
Yeah,
Bala
let's look at let's do here's the girl. Bala. Yeah. Right? The girl is 2 long A's. B long A, L long A. Bala. Bala is a girl, and the same first 3 letters, B long A, L, right? But Bala, Balaha is a boy. Yeah,
yeah, okay. Balaha. Okay, very good.
So here we have this Kanya. Kanya, it's feminine, right? Kanya, Kanye, Kanya, Kanyaha, right? So Kanye would be two girls. Okay, so then we have Gataha. Gataha is a pot. So if we have you hear this a lot, the Mayapur people who are, when they're talking about doing pujas and things, they talk about having pots to do puja to. And when you talk about pots to them, they talk about Gataha. So Gataha is a word, Kumbhaha is a word, Kalashaha is a word. They all mean pot, right? There's another word, Karakaha. Karakaha means can be a pot with a spout. So there's different words for pots. So there's different types of pots. Okay, so this is a word.
Before you go on to Putra, I don't know, you said Kanya, Kanye, Kanyaha.
Yeah.
Isn't that Kanyani? Sorry.
No, Kanyani would be if Kanya was a neuter. If it was Kanyam and it wasn't feminine, if it was neuter, it would be. So Patram, Patre, Patrani, Pushpam, Pushpe, Pushpani. That's neuter.
Oh yes, it has to be those are okay.
Kanya's feminine. But that's a good question, right? So we have to remember that there's a different way to decline a masculine and feminine and a neuter noun. Okay, right.
Okay.
So, but don't get too hung up on it. We're learning very simple. Most of the nouns go the way. Just like we should learn. Probably you should learn the declension of Krishna or Rama, which is the paradigm or an example word to learn for all A ending masculine words. You can learn Radha. You can learn you can learn Radha, Radhe, Radaha, Radam, Radhe, Radaha, Radaya, like that. You can learn all the endings for Radha. But in any case, it's let's just take it one step at a time here. So Gataha meaning pot, masculine. Putraha meaning son, right? And it's very famous. Prabhupada talks about Putraha. Who is the name of a hell, a type of hell, and Tra means triate, like in mantra, right? Tantra. In these words, whenever we get Tra at the end, it means triate. It means to deliver, right? So Putra is the son who delivers the parents. He does the Shraddha ceremonies. And he therefore delivers the parents from hell. They don't go to hell because of a putra. So good son. So putraha. Putraha means son. Right. So then we have chatraha. Chatraha. Right. So we have a CH. Right. Cha, long A, traha. Chatraha. Chatraha means a student. Chatraha means a student, a masculine student.
I was mixing that up with an umbrella, which is a chatraha, isn't it? Where this is chatraha.
This is Chatraha. Yes, Chatraha. Excuse me. Thank you. So then we
No,
have,
not. I was talking about me. I was mixing it up with the word for umbrella, which I thought is chatraha.
yeah, chatra. Yes, yes. You
Okay.
can look it up. So, so then we have nataha, nataha, nataha. Nataha means dancer. Like we have Nataraja, right? King of the dance, right? And Lord Shiva. Nataha. Then we have hastaha. Hastaha means a hand. So hastaha, we have anganyas, karanyas. Kara is also means a hand. So karaha, hastaha means a hand, right? So then we have anguli. These are all masculine, by the way. All these are all masculine nouns. So they're all going to be declined. The endings that go on them are going to be like Rama or Krishna, right? A ending masculine noun. Then we have anguli. Anguli means there are different angulis, there are different fingers, right? And even we have parangulis. Parangulis are toes, right? Here, angulis on the pada. Yeah, right. So we have angulis. Anguli means finger. And anguli, ending in a long I, that means it's feminine, anguli finger. Then we have kusumam. 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 Kusumam is neuter and means a flower. So we can say idam kusumam or we can say idam pushpam. Right? When we offer it. Okay, so back to the story. Very simple story here. We have two boys, right? So it says imau balao, right? Means these are two boys. These are two boys. The verb to be, the are part of it, is understood. It's not written there. There's no word for that, for are. It's just being added. It's understood. It's inherent. So imau balao. These are two boys, right? Tau devao. Now, even though they haven't given you devao or deva, devaha, we know devaha means devata or god, right? Two gods, right? Two devas, two spiritual beings, right? Tau devao, right? So we had, if we have a look down here, we had before in the other lesson we learned, right? Sato te tamto sato te sa te taha and tat te tani, right? For masculine, feminine, and neuter. So we know tau. Tau is masculine, dvivachana, right? This is pumlinge, strilinge, napumsalinge, masculine, feminine, and neuter. And we have here singular, dual, and plural. So we have the dual form, right? Here we're talking about dual. So we have tau devao. Again, you said there's these and there's those. So tau is those. So those are two gods. Those are two gods, two devatas, right? Those are two gods. Those are two gods, right? Then we have pale. Pale means two fruits. So ime. Ime is again these, not those. So these are two fruits, right? Ime bale. Ime bale. Ime bale. So bale, right?
And be feminine now. So it's two girls.
Two girls. So what have we got? We've got yeah, because if it was Balao is boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Balaha, Balao, Balaha. But feminine is Bala, Bale, Balaha, right? So ballet is two girls. Mm-hmm. See how that can change? So ime ballet means these are two girls. So imao balao, these are two boys, right? Ime ballet, these are two girls, right? So then next is we have te patre. Patre is remember, patre is our pot.
Pots.
Right? Patra with a short A is a leaf. So patre, te patre. These are two leaves. These are two leaves, Krishna. Sorry, excuse me. These are two pots.
Pots.
I fell into
Those
the trap
two pots.
there. Yeah.
Or those are two pots.
It can mean those two pots, or it can mean those are two pots. Correct. It can mean both. Okay, so then te latte. Te latte. Lata. Lata was what? Bhakti
Creeper.
lata. Yes, the creeper.
Creeper.
Right, the creeper of devotion. Bhakti lata. So we have also used as a lady's name, right? So te latte. Te, right, means two creepers. These are two creepers. Those are two creepers. Excuse me. Those are two creepers. Latte, latte. Right. So now let's look at some more. Okay. So we have balao, patataha. Now remember we had patati, patataha, patanti, patati, patataha, pata, patami, patawaha, patamaha. Right. So if we're conjugating the verb pat means what? Who knows what the verb pat means?
To read.
To read, yeah. To read, or we can say to study even, right? So if somebody says Vedapat, we're going to do Vedapat. Vedapat means we're going to study the Vedas, or we're going to chant the Vedas. Vedapat, right? So balao, patataha. What are the boys doing?
They're reading. The two boys are reading.
They're reading or they're studying. Correct. So balao, the two boys, right? Read. The two boys read. Pale, patataha. What does patataha mean?
To fall. Well, it's falling. The two fruits are falling.
The two fruits fall. The two fruits fall. Yeah, because they're ripe, they fall off the tree. So then we have bale, right? So now remember, what's the difference between balao and ballet?
It's feminine, so it's two girls.
Correct. Two girls. Gayataha.
Singing. They sing. These two
the girls are singing. The boys are just reading. The girls are actually doing something useful. They're singing, right? Girls. The girls. Two girls. The two girls are singing. The two girls sing, or the two girls are singing. Good. I say rickshaw. Rickshaw. What was rickshaw again?
Tree.
A tree. Yeah. Rickshaw is a tree. And palataha. Palataha means what?
Bearing fruit.
Bearing fruit, right. So rickshaw, palataha means?
The two trees bear fruit.
The two trees bear fruit. So now we have, and Malini, jump in here anytime if you know the answer. Gajao means what?
I'll leave it up to her.
So gajaha is an elephant. Gajao means?
He can go ahead.
He's giving you the answer.
Gajao means what? Two elephants. Yeah? Were you going to say that? You got that? The gajao means two elephants? Gajaha, gajao, gajaha, right?
So the two elephants, gachataha. Gajao,
gachataha. Gachataha means to go, right? So the two elephants go. Okay, now pushpe is what? Pushpam, pushpe, pushpani. So pushpe is what?
Two flowers.
Two flowers. Vikashataha. Excuse me. Vikasataha. Vikasataha.
Yeah, so they bloom. The two flowers.
Yeah, they bloom. The bloom or shine or whatever it is, they shine, right? So we have now netre. Netre means what?
Two eyes.
Two eyes, right? Spurataha.
They both throb. The two eyes throb.
The two eyes throb, yeah. Or the two eyes throb, or the two eyes are throbbing. There's two ways of saying it in English. When they say the two eyes are throbbing, that is what we call continuous present, right? In simple present is the two eyes throb. There's two ways in English, but in Sanskrit there's just one way. Okay, see, Sanskrit can be easier than English. Okay, so ajao tishtataha.
The two goats stand.
The two goats stand, right? So Malni, I want you to translate some of these. Okay, so Male, Malayataha. What does Male mean? What's Mala? What is a Mala?
2 gallons. 2
A
flour
gallon.
gallons.
So 2 gallons. 2 gallons. Male is 2 gallons, and Malayataha means
It faded. It fades.
they fade. Yeah, they fade because they're old. So we have 2 gallons. They got a little bit old, so we're not going to offer them. So Male Malayataha. Malayataha. Yeah. Then we have latte. Latte means again what? Latte means two
Creepers.
two creepers or two creepers, 2 plants. And pushpyataha. Pushpyataha.
They go forward. They go forth.
They bloom. They bring forth flowers. The word pushpa is in the verb here. Pushpyataha.
That was another one of their incorrect translations. So I agree with what you're saying. Pushpyataha makes more sense that the creepers bloom, but they put go forth for pushpyata.
Okay.
Pushpyata.
Well, we have to look at it. We have to look at it. I've never seen the verb, but we'll have to look it up. And see. Okay, but I would say it blooms. It blooms. Okay. So muke can mean the mouth or it can mean the face. Mm-hmm. So let's say it means face. Let's say face.
Yeah, right? It makes more sense face in this context.
When we offer puja, when we offer something to the Lord, we say muke achamaniya. Muke means muke in this sense means to the mouth, right? But here muke doesn't mean that. Mukaha, mukaha. So muke means 2 mouths here. 2 faces or 2 mouths. It makes more sense if we translate it as 2 faces here. So 2 faces, the 2 faces, lasataha.
They shine.
Yeah. Sorry? Tau. The 2 faces.
Those 2 gods, their faces shine.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you said. Deval Vaditaha.
Yes, the 2 gods speak.
They speak, yeah. They are speaking or they speak. Okay, good. All right, so that's our lesson. That's our story. And we're sticking to it. And now we have questions about the story. So the first question, section A, or what's called Ka here, Prashnaha, the questions, right? Tau cow. Now remember what Tau is. Tau is what?
That. So
right,
what's
that? But those 2.
Yeah. What are those 2?
Yeah. What are those 2? What are those 2? What are those 2? And it's also what else do we know about that? We also know. What are those 2? Tau.
Those 2 Tau Deval.
Tau Deval, yes. Those 2 are gods, are devatas, right? Do we see any other masculine thing here? No. Okay, so that's the story. Tau Deval. So that is the only answer to that question. Tau Deval. So Tau Cow, Tau Deval. Second question is, right? Te K. Te K means what are those 2, but not masculine.
So it's going to be neuter, so to be te patre.
Te patre, right?
It could also probably be te latte, isn't it?
It could also be feminine, right?
Yes.
So there's 2 answers to this. Te patre, and te latte.
Yes.
Right? Because let's look at ta again. It's up here somewhere. Okay. So you see here in ta, we were talking about tau cow first. That was the masculine. Now we're talking about te, but you see that Strilinga feminine, te can be feminine dual, and it can also be neuter dual. So we don't know. We don't know when this question down here is asked, te ke. We don't know. We don't know if it. We don't know if it's feminine or if it's neuter. Okay. So number 3, cow. Cow. Immediately we see cow, we think it's masculine, right? A masculine. It's a question about some masculine noun. Patataha. Cow patataha. Who reads? Who to reads?
Imau Balau.
Yeah, the Imau Balau. Who to reads, right? These two read. These two boys read, right? Where Balau Patitaha is the answer, right? Balau Patitaha. These two boys read. Okay, so then number 4, K Patitaha.
Patre Patataha.
First of all, what does K Patitaha mean?
What to fall, or what to fall.
Right. And K is what gender?
Right. K is neuter or feminine, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's both
Exactly.
K.
Yeah, let's
so
see.
it could also be Phale Patate. Phale Patataha. I think it's actually Phale Patataha.
Let's see. I don't think they wrote out Kakoke. They didn't write it out yet. So in the text, right?
Phale Patataha.
Phale Patataha. Right? So we don't see Patataha being used any other place in the story. All the answers will be there in the story. So if you know the story, you know the answers. Right? So if we look down here, cow Patataha, the answer is
Balau Patataha.
No, we're talking about
K Patataha.
Sorry, K Patataha. What two falls? What two falls? Pale Patataha. Yeah, okay. So now we have the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have K Gayataha. K Gayataha. And Malini, what does that mean? K Gayataha.
You sing?
So it means who. K means who. Who sings? Who sings? We would say in English, who sings? Who? It means who to sings. And from K, from K, we get a hint. We get a hint that because it's not cow, it's K. So because it's K, it's either the answer is going to be either a feminine or a neuter word. So K Gayataha. So in the story, Gayataha is here. What does it say?
Bali sing. Bali
Gayataha. So K Gayataha. K Gayataha. The answer is Bali Gayataha. So it means who sings? The two girls sing.
Yes.
The two girls sing, right? So the next one is cow palataha. Cow palataha. Cow is masculine. Palataha means what? Palataha bears fruit, right? So what bears fruit? Find palataha here in the story. Where's palataha?
Brickshaw.
Brickshaw palataha. So the answer to what bears fruit is that two trees bear fruit. Brickshaw palataha. Right. It's very good. Okay, so then 7, cow gachitaha. Right? Cow is again masculine. Gachitaha means goes. Right? So what goes? Well, who goes? Right? Can also mean who goes. Okay, so what have we got gachitaha here? Gajao gachitaha. The 2 elephants go. The two elephants go, and that's right because it's the elephant. Gajaha is the masculine. So now, number 8, K vikasataha, vikasataha, K vikasataha, K vikasataha. Where's vikasata here in the story?
Pushpi.
Yes, pushpe. So pushpe vikasataha means what? What does pushpe mean?
Flower. The flower blooms?
It's not the
No.
flower, it's pushpe.
The flowers. Flowers.
Two flowers.
flowers.
Not
flowers.
flowers, plural. Two flowers.
Two
Not
flowers.
one, not three. Two. Pushpe. Pushpe. It's dual. So this whole lesson today is about dual. Right. Pushpe. So pushpe vikashitaha. The two flowers bloom. Okay, very good. Okay, so now where are we up to? Number 9. K spuritaha. Spuritaha means what? What's spurti?
Is it
Do we remember?
the throb? The
Throb,
throb?
to throb. Yeah, to throb. What were we saying? Throb. In the story, let's find spuritaha. Here.
Netre.
Netre spuritaha. So what does netre spuritaha mean?
The two eyes throb.
The two eyes throb. Very good. Excellent. Okay, great. Okay, number 10. Cow tishtataha. Where's tishtataha here?
It is Ajau Tishtataha.
Ajau tishtataha. What does that mean?
The two goat stands.
The two goats stand. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're almost there. K mlayataha. K mlayataha. Where's mlayataha? What does mlayataha mean?
Fades.
Feeds.
Fades. Yeah, fades. And so what fades? In the story, what was fading?
Male feeds.
Male mlayataha. Male mlayataha. The two garlands fade. Yeah, the two garlands fade. Okay. So now we have number 12. K pushpyataha. K pushpyataha. What is pushpyataha in the story? What did we say pushpyataha?
The latte springs forth.
Latte pushpyataha. Yes, the two creepers spring forth. Right. And now 13. K lasataha. Okay, let's look here. Any lasataha here? Lasataha?
Yes.
So
Muke.
Muke lasataha. Muke lasataha. So lasataha means what?
The face shines. Two face shines. Two
faces shine. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Very good. Okay. And now we have 14. Kal vadataha. Vadataha. Where do we have vadataha here?
Deval vadataha.
Deval vadataha, right. Which means vadataha means
two gods speak.
The two gods speak. The two gods speak. Good. Okay. So that is the first set of questions. The second set of questions involves idam. Idam and tad. Idam and tad. We learned idam and we learned tad. Sabdayoho, these two words, rupaihi, by the forms of these two words, vyakyani purayata. So we're going to add the two forms of these pronouns, this and that. So we know this and that. So we're going to add this and that to these nouns here, right? Okay, so the first one is hasti. They haven't even told us what hasti means. We can look it up maybe in the dictionary and see what hasti means.
Well, it seems to be feminine, isn't it? So to be iyam.
Yeah.
Iyam hasti, or for the third, it will be how could I forget already? Yeah, that which is yeah.
So we have idam. So we have Hasti.
It's
Let's just look
ayam
up Hasti.
idam.
Hasti. Okay, not sure exactly what Hasti is. Anyway, okay. So it's feminine, right? And we assume that it is therefore
Yam.
Hasti. Why all these
But they
things
say
are in,
wrong.
all these things are dual here. All these things are dual here. So we're assuming Hasti is also dual.
Okay, so then it would be ime hasti. Imo, ime. Yes, it would be ime hasti.
I'm not quite sure about this Hasti thing here, what it means. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. So number 2 is kusume. Kusumam is a flower. Kusume, 2 flowers. So it's not just ime hasti, but it could also be te.
Yeah, te hasti.
Right. Okay. So then the next one is kusume. So we have kusumam is feminine, right? Excuse me, neuter. It's neuter. Kusumam is a flower, right? Like pushpam. So it'll be ime kusume or te kusume, right? So number 3, charanao. Charanao is 2 feet or 2 legs, right? So charanaha is masculine. Yeah?
But you just said kusume is neuter, so it will be ine, right?
Kusume is dual. It's neuter. Kusumam, kusume, kusumani. Nominative.
So then it's ready for. Can you just scroll down a minute, please? Can you scroll down 1 minute, please? Yeah. Okay, right. So imo, ime. Okay, good. Right, that's what I was getting it wrong. Cool. Okay, got it. Ime kusume.
Yeah, ime kusume. So ime kusume, te kusume. Right? Yeah. These 2 flowers, those 2 flowers. Right. So charanao is 2 feet.
And
so
charanao is masculine. So it would be imau charanao.
Or also tau charanao. These 2 feet, those 2 feet. Right? So then we have angulyao. Angulyao means fingers.
2 fingers.
Right? 2 fingers. So how do we say these 2 fingers, those 2 fingers?
Ime or te. Ime angulyao or te angulyao. Because it's feminine, is it? Anguli.
Yes. Exactly. Right. So then we have patre.
Patre, which is
pot.
Neuter. Patram is neuter, so patre, so 2 parts. So it will be ime patre or te patre. Those
Very
2
good.
parts.
And kanye. Kanye means 2 girls.
Feminine. So it will be ime kanye or te kanye.
Correct. These 2 girls, those 2 girls. Okay. So now they want you to fully conjugate in the present tense, right? All of these verbs, right? They want not fully conjugate. They want you to add the ending. So for pat, balao,
Patataha.
patataha, balay, gayataha,
gatau,
patataha,
gajau, gachataha.
Yeah, and translate as we go. The 2 boys read, the 2 girls sing, the 2 pots fall, right?
The 2 elephants go.
Gajau,
gachataha.
The 2 elephants go. Putrao,
namataha.
Namataha.
This is what I wasn't sure about. I guess it would be namataha. Putrao namataha.
Yeah.
But what is nam?
Namataha means the two boys offer respects or offer homage,
right,
or offer obeisances. Yeah.
Right.
Then we have, they haven't given it to us in the vocabulary. Okay, so chatral,
The two students. Likataha. Right.
lik means to write, right? So chatral likitaha, two students write. Natau mrityataha. They didn't give us dance as a verb, but anyway, we know it's dance. So natau mrityataha means the two
dancers dance.
The two dancers dance. Netre pashyataha.
Pashyataha. The two eyes see, I suppose.
Yes, the two eyes. The two eyes see. Pado chalataha. Chalataha means to go.
To walk. Okay,
Yeah,
to
to
go.
walk or to go.
So pado chalataha, the 2 feet go.
Yeah, netre spuritaha.
The 2 eyes shrub.
Yeah, 2 eyes throb. Okay, so that is the end of infant reader for today.